Today on Investigate TV Plus, a school field trip ends in tragedy.
Okay, so you guys lost a child?
Yes, we just found her in the pool.
From a missing life-saving medical device
The officer's here, but no one has an AED. Can we check if the buses have an AED?
to a hospital unable to take her,
They're advising they're not equipped to handle pediatrics.
we uncover the system failures that kept a 6-year-old from receiving the care she desperately needed.
Then we meet a pharmacist fighting to keep the doors open and his community healthy. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Why he says medical middlemen are driving up drug costs and impacting your access to medicine.
Every day, we fill prescriptions at a loss to take care of people
Well, I keep doing it.
because somebody has to. It's worth fighting for.
And apples from a family farm spark a bold idea.
We had been making hard cider too, from apples at my dad's place, and we were like, how come no one's doing this?
How 3 friends created a company that's now helping to revolutionize an industry.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. School field trips are a rite of passage for students. For one Georgia family, the words now mark heartbreak after their 6-year-old daughter never made it home, drowning just steps from her classmates.
Her death calling into question critical gaps in emergency care and response. Should medical devices like an automated external defibrillator be required on off-campus trips? But a missing AED wasn't the only issue we uncovered. Even after paramedics arrived, the closest hospital was unable to take her, delaying life-saving care.
Investigative reporter Sierra Cummings takes an in-depth look at this tragedy.
Now at 5, we've learned a little girl from Paulding County who died during a field trip was only 6 years old.
Officials say she was found unresponsive in a swimming pool.
Our McGarity community will come together with compassion and care as we remember our classmate.
Victoria King was kind, joyful, and brought light to everyone that knew her. When the 6-year-old left home for the McGarity Elementary School field trip October 8th, her parents expected her to come back. She never did, and her family never got answers until now. Our investigation documenting Victoria's last moments.
911, we need you. There's a girl drowning in the pool. Carlson Farms, Rockmart. We need immediate help.
What's going on?
She's been in the pool for a while. We couldn't find her. It was a field trip.
Okay, so you guys lost a child?
Yes, we just found her in the pool.
You found her in the pool. Is she breathing?
Is she breathing? No, we're doing CPR.
There were at least 2 other 911 calls.
They're advising it's going to be at the house by the pool at White House. And they are doing CPR on the child. They're unsure how long she was in the pool.
School staff unsure of how long she was in the pool because they didn't know how long she'd been missing. Bystanders continued CPR. Well, what they needed was an automated external defibrillator, or AED, a medical device that delivers electric shock to restore normal heartbeats.
Sir, do you have an AED? No?
Okay, my officer should be pulling up.
You have an AED? What?
The ambulance is 1 minute away, okay? But my officer should be pulling up. Are the officers there yet, or?
The officer's here, but no one has an AED.
You said no one has a what?
No one has an automatic external defibrillator. No one has one here.
Okay. The ambulance is 1 minute away, so they should be there shortly, okay?
Can we check if the buses have an AED? Do the buses have one?
There was no AED, not in the police car that just arrived, not at the field trip location Carlton Farms, not even on the Paulding County school bus. New state law required all Georgia public schools to have at least 1 AED on campus no later than July 1st, 2025, also mandating it at any school-related function. But the state legislation does not explicitly state if this includes off-campus field trips. McGarity Elementary does have an emergency action plan for the use of AEDs at school, but the plan does not mention whether the device should be present on field trips as well.
84 is on the scene.
At 12:22, 6 minutes after the first 911 call, the ambulance arrives on scene. It didn't leave for the hospital until 12:47. That's 25 minutes later.
Do we have a destination for EMS?
They're out in the pool.
Crews were headed to Atrium Health Polk Medical Center, 11.8 miles away, about an 18-minute drive. It was the closest hospital. But while they were on the way, county EMS logs show the hospital asked the crew not to come, saying they were not equipped to handle pediatric, only one doctor. Internal dispatch transmissions confirmed the dilemma too.
I was just wondering if you can reroute to Rome. They're advising they're not equipped to handle pediatric.
Are they not equipped to handle a cardiac arrest?
Stand by.
Don't even worry about it. We'll go to a hospital in Rome. Thank you.
Rome, Floyd County, where the next closest facility was Atrium Health Floyd, 31 minutes from the farm where Victoria drowned, even further away from the first hospital. When all was said and done, from the first 911 call to ambulance arrival at the Rome Floyd County Hospital, 1 hour, 24 minutes passed. Victoria ultimately passed too. This hospital rerouting is known as diversion. What is diversion?
Well, in a nutshell, hospitals get overwhelmed.
Dr. Cecil Bennett studies diversion across the state as a member of Georgia's Board of Healthcare workforce.
It's very easy to get to a point where the system is just stressed, where the hospital can no longer safely take a patient. And now they divert it to another hospital, which causes, a delay in treatment, causes increased complication possibilities, and in a worst case scenario, death of that patient.
Doctor staffing shortages and wall time are factors in diversion. Wall time is the period between an ambulance arriving with its patient and having to wait on the wall or in the hallway for the hospital to officially accept the patient. If a hospital has spiked wall times, they may divert other incoming ambulances to other facilities. On the day paramedics were trying to get Victoria to Atrium Polk, the closest hospital, it's unclear if the hospital's wall time was high. State documents show that in October, Atrium Polk was able to accept the majority of its ambulance patients within 11 minutes or less, according to the Department of Public Health data. DPH considers good wall time 20 minutes or less. But Dr. Bennett argues if a hospital enters diversion, it's because they absolutely need it. Still, it's unimaginable and difficult to comprehend the loss of Victoria, her family told us in a statement. Trial attorney Josh Schiffer.
We don't know exactly what happened here other than that the child was apparently diverted to a different healthcare facility because there wasn't enough emergency treatment available. But then that makes you ask the question, what's more basic than a drowning child when it comes to care availability?
Schiffer is not a part of this case. The family has hired an attorney, saying they will pursue justice and make every effort to hold those responsible accountable.
She's been in the pool for a while. We couldn't find her. It was a field trip.
Okay, so you guys lost a child?
Yes, they just lost. We just found her in the pool.
The hospital did not respond to our questions. We also reached out to the Paulding County School District. They said due to potential litigation and privacy, they will not comment, but their focus remains supporting the family and school community.
Still to come, the price of prescriptions. We break down who decides on the cost and how it impacts small pharmacies struggling to stay afloat.
Then later, passion blooms.
Almost every morning, 5 days a week, I come out and see what needs to be done, either in the pond or in the conservatory or somewhere else.
How one man's dedication to an exotic oasis inspires his community.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime streaming online. Get the app for Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. It's free to download. Pharmacies provide an essential service, but some warn they are facing turbulent times.
According to a study led by researchers at the University of Southern California, between 2010 and 2021, about 1 in 3 pharmacies closed, and independent pharmacies were more than twice as likely to face closure.
As pharmacies continue to shutter, the healthcare company GoodRx reports millions of Americans now live in areas where filling a prescription requires a lengthy drive and possibly longer wait times at the counter.
Researchers say one of the factors putting independent pharmacies at risk, pharmacy benefit managers, also known as PBMs, established in the late 1950s. They act as the middleman in the prescription drug supply chain by negotiating prices with drug manufacturers and pharmacies. They also decide which medications are covered by a health plan.
Whatever drug companies that pay the PBM the most rebate money, they get to be on that list. So if your doctor prescribes you a certain drug, and if it's not on that preferred list, then it'll probably be almost impossible to get the drug you want.
Critics of PBMs say they limit a patient's access to care and are responsible for driving up drug costs, as medications on their preferred list are often more expensive brand names.
But as reporter Peter Zampa explains from Nebraska, some argue PBMs play an important role in healthcare.
Honestly, I pray a lot. I'm not lying about that.
Dave Randolph opened Dave's Pharmacy over a decade ago.
Have a good day. Thank you.
With 2 locations and no chain pharmacies for miles, his pharmacies, his stores, fixtures in the community.
You see them when they're babies, and then you see them when they graduate. I love that aspect, and it's worth fighting for.
Dave says the fight is getting harder, with PBMs not reimbursing what they should be.
Every day, we fill prescriptions at a loss to take care of people. And I appeal to the PBMs. Hey, you didn't pay me on this drug. And in 11 years, one of the PBMs, I've had no reversals to say, we'll give you more money.
Dave says PBMs do serve a purpose, but he believes the industry is rife with conflicts of interest.
They steer patients to their own pharmacies.
Dave says 6 to 10 pharmacies are closing every day in the U.S., including chains like CVS. The health giant also owns one of the largest PBMs.
Pharmacy benefit managers are a critical component of the healthcare system. They make drugs more affordable in the United States. They also are the only ones in the supply chain that stand up to Big Pharma.
Prem Shah is executive vice president of CVS Health. He rejects criticism over PBM transparency, pharmacy favoritism, and choosing drugs from manufacturers based on higher rebates.
We pass through, we've publicly stated, 99+% of rebates to our clients. Our clients use these rebates to bring down the cost and make copays more affordable for their patients.
And Shah says the reimbursement model is drug dependent.
They may have lower reimbursement for brand products that may, put them slightly underwater, and they, make more money on generic products.
Shah says CVS Health relies on all pharmacies. With Amazon moving the industry in a digital direction, Shah and Dave both emphasize the value in brick and mortars as they close at rapid rates.
Well, I keep doing it.
Because somebody has to. It's worth fighting for. Our patients still choose to come to us. And I'm going to fight for that.
All 50 states have laws that regulate pharmacy benefit managers, but in recent years, some have taken further steps to rein in their practices. As of 2026, Arkansas banned PBMs from owning retail pharmacies in the state, while Louisiana enacted a law that prohibits patient steering, a practice in which PBMs funnel customers to specific pharmacies. On the federal level, in an April 2025 executive order, the Trump administration called for a reevaluation of their role. And in December of 2025, House lawmakers reintroduced the Pharmacists Fight Back Act, which aims to address pharmacy reimbursement and provide significant penalties for PBM violations.
From a small garage to a national powerhouse.
It was an old taxi cab repair place. Now we're the largest craft cidery in the nation.
How 3 friends turned apples from a family farm into a successful hard cider company that's helped change the face of an industry.
Our in-depth coverage continues. You can get connected to Investigate TV Plus on all social media platforms.
When it comes to tasty adult beverages, customers are increasingly reaching for hard cider.
The American Cider Association reports in 2025, cider sales at convenience stores thrived, growing faster than every beer category except non-alcoholic.
One of the companies helping fuel a resurgence of cider options, Two Towns Cider House in Oregon. It's America's second biggest cider maker and the country's largest craft cidery. Huge achievements for a company that began with 3 friends and a mostly forgotten beverage.
Reporter Joe Vithiathil shows us how apples from a family farm have helped influence a growing industry.
In the fast-moving, ever-evolving world of hard cider, the apple doesn't fall far.
This was 2010.
From David Takish's tree.
This is where I grew up. Yep, those are my sheep. Sorry for the noise.
David is the head cider maker for Two Towns Cider House, the company founded here in Corvallis by David and 2 childhood friends 15 years ago.
We were home brewers, and we had been making hard cider too, you know, from apples at my dad's place, and we were like, how come no one's doing this?
The roots of hard cider go back centuries, and it was widely consumed in the early days of the United States until Prohibition, when its production basically ended. In 2010, when the founders of Two Towns were dreaming up their company, Oregon was a craft beer mecca, but it only had one small cidery.
We would tell people like, hey, you know, we're starting a cidery, and they're like, oh, apple juice. And we're like, no, like a fermented hard cider, you know, like wine. And then people would say, how do you get the grapes to taste like apples, you know? Well, the early stages of the business started in a 900 square foot facility. It was an old taxi cab repair place, a 2-car garage.
David and Lee Larson were Oregon State grads. Aaron Sarnoff Wood went to Oregon, so they named their company in honor of their 2 towns, Corvallis and Eugene. Technically, you guys are making wine, kind of?
Right. Well, we have a winery license, but we like to say we have a craft beer spirit.
When they started the business, cider was mostly produced like wine. It was only sold in bottles and usually only produced around harvest time. But Two Towns helped lead the craft beerification of cider. By using cold storage apples from Washington, they could make their hard cider year-round. And they became the first cider company to sell their product in cans and 6-packs.
Now we're the largest craft cidery in the nation.
Yeah, we're a long way from that old taxi garage. Two Towns has 2 large facilities in Corvallis for pressing, canning, and distributing around 3 million gallons of cider a year, along with an innovation lab where they test out a rainbow variety of flavors, from Oregon Marionberry to Guava Get Down. Do you have flavors that never make it out of the lab? Like you have an idea and then, oh, that's not so much.
Lychee was one. You know, I thought I had high hopes for that.
And while the majority of their apples come from Central Washington, for special ciders,
pick an apple, give it a shot.
All right,
yeah.
They still use fruit from the Takish family orchard, which is stocked with historic varieties from England and France. Texture's a little...
Yeah, it's a little weird.
A little mushy.
Yeah. But again, that's the thing is, we're not growing these to eat, we're growing them to make cider.
And now those ciders have gone far beyond the confines of 2 college towns. They're sold in 17 states, coast to coast, and as long as the Northwest keeps producing tasty fruit, you never know what could be on tap.
We have it all here in the Pacific Northwest. You know, when someone opens a Two Towns cider, what they're getting is like a sense of our region.
All right, I'll admit I'm not a cider drinker, but that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, all the fruity flavors.
Right?
Nice variety.
Pretty cool how that business grew as well, too.
Yeah.
Very nice. Up next, stunning flowers flourish thanks to one man's quiet devotion.
It is very satisfying to see them look and they want to touch and they get down and take photographs.
How his lifelong passion to help cultivate beautiful blooms is captivating park visitors.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime online. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel at Investigate TV. You can catch stories and full episodes. The Big Easy is known for its vibrant culture, delicious food, and around-the-clock nightlife.
But tucked away in New Orleans City Park beneath the sweeping oaks and beside whispering lagoons, there's an exotic oasis with a story to tell.
As reporter Olivia Vidal explains, one man's lifelong passion has helped cultivate beautiful blooms that inspire their admirers.
It's the siren song of New Orleans City Park, luring you into an idyllic scene of moss-draped oak trees and springtime blooms.
Well, I love plants, so if it grows, I'm interested in it.
And behind this wrought iron fence, you'll find an oasis.
These came from Thailand.
Right here, these.
All of those yellows.
Oh, wow. They're beautiful. Rick Sasher is a volunteer at the Botanical Garden. For 45 years, he's had one devotion.
My passion has been water lilies since I was a young teenager. It's something I started, when I was 16, and apparently I've been involved in it ever since.
And most days, you'll find him right here.
Almost every morning, 5 days a week, I come out and see what needs to be done, either in the pond or in the conservatory or somewhere else. And it gives me my plant fix.
This space is captivating, and for Rick, he only wants to make it better.
Sometimes I'll sit on this bench and I'll just watch and see how people react. And it is very satisfying to see them look and they want to touch and they get down and take photographs. It's really great.
And he says each bloom tells a story.
We have one that's from China, from a young hobbyist in China. I think he was 16 when he hybridized it. It's that purple one right there. We have some from Germany, Australia, and Thailand, and sometimes other countries as well. They're in pretty good shape. It's not much to do. See, here's a leaf that doesn't look good.
Well, it just looks like a master at the craft, right? Like you just see a guy in there working hard, loving what he's doing, and he will take the time to answer all of your questions.
Just as the blooms attract its visitors, you could say Rick's presence has the same effect.
Like that.
And it's just encouraging and inspiring for me to see that, life doesn't end at a certain age and you can still be young at heart, well into later in your life.
Caring for lilies is simple, according to Rick.
They need sun, they need fertilizer, and grooming once a week. That's it.
Asking for little, much like City Park itself with all its beauty, but having volunteers like Rick only gilds the lily, adding quiet grace to something already complete.
And that's it for us on Investigate TV Plus. I'm Lee Zur.
And I'm T. Chappelle. Thanks for watching. On the next Investigate TV Plus, America is becoming grayer, but most people are not prepared for the challenges that come with aging.
You need to have that information to someone who's going to take care of that and make sure they can look out for you.
We take an in-depth look at the cost of growing old and provide solutions so you can plan ahead for care later in life.